welcome everyone to ETF2L's Week 2 presentation over here on BlackOut Gaming TV3. Tonight we've got a really good matchup. Two underdogs, should be quite the matchup of Team Unpoppable versus WASP. Last week we brought you Unpoppable versus Highlander, and they put up a really good fight. They were clearly a little bit outmatched. A long time to get the game started, but right now we've got two whole teams in the server. I'm joined tonight with somebody with some actual inside knowledge on both of these teams. Our good man George, and also all production done by Arjax. How's it going, George?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I've heard that you don't know much about games, but I'm here today to help you with this insight.
We really appreciate that. We did Marble here with, and we may have faked our way through a little bit of the knowledge base, but seem to be very, very familiar with teams. In fact, I believe you were on WASP, right?
Yeah, that's right, I played for WASP. For only one season of ETF2L, but I was with this team for a long time. I played UGC with them, and we had a really good time.
Nice. They are right now, I think, the favorite to win. I think that 70% of people have voted and betted on them over there on saloon.tf. So a little bit of underdogs again for Unpoppable, so we'll see if they can pull this one out. What do you think? Like, do they have a chance? In your opinion? I mean, you're maybe a little biased since you were playing on WASP before, but which one of these teams feels like a stronger team?
You know, I'm not that biased because I'm trying to stay professional, and I just think that today WASP has a little bit of an edge over Unpoppable in terms of flank classes. They will have Gunrox. He's a merc today. Oh, we're going live.
Oh, nice. This is a very good change from last week, where it may have been about an hour and a half before we actually saw any real action. Here we go, straight to mid, and the demo man over there on Unpoppable. He's very quick, and once again, pretty much dead even with Rugsers. So stickies are being thrown. They're taking a little bit slow, little right side great rotation. I like this play by WASP right now. This is actually, they're staying a lot more coordinated, getting a lot more heals together. Health not looking so good. Yet two people go down on Unpoppable. They're very, very wisely playing heals. Klessis keeping everyone almost completely fully buffed.
By the way, do you want to just talk about rosters?
Yeah,
quickly. So for WASP we have team leader Klessis on medic, as usual. Frox will play heavy, just like he played the first week, and we have Ubers.
Klessis had to pop that little bit like that though. They kept to back them out. They are going to lose that point and give that over to Unpoppable, but they had a really good fight initial start up there.
Yeah, and Trox just died. He died many times in their first game against Fair Enough. He's just, sometimes he's out of position. I guess he's like the weakest class on WASP's roster right now. But Boxer is a very good demo, though he's like a sub, because they have Death on demo and Ukrainian demo from the national team. He will do good, I believe.
Oh, a huge direct rocket on Aniri right there.
And Klefs is down.
Klefs, that's really going to hurt them because they needed that Uber. They were just kind of nearing that charge up. And this is going to be a very difficult last hold with like complete full advantage by Unpoppable with as they're going to take this in. Right now they're just going to posture, set up for it, and Shadowburn getting a little cheeky, peeking into that lobby. But the Engineer doesn't seem to be setting up anything except for a mini sentry up on top of some barrels. It's kind of a strange position to be holding in last. But maybe they've got some different tactics.
I think Kenshi might just pull the trigger, kill the Met. He's able to do it.
Oh,
he's a very good sniper.
That's exactly what they need right there. That'll keep them in this round a little bit longer. I wasn't watching his cam, but I'm paying more attention to him after a shot like that. It's exactly what they needed. But Unlimited setting up a little sticky trap here on Shutter, trying to get this Pyro back off of him, and they're going to hold back, wait for their medic, and then slow play this as they should. Okay, who are the players to watch besides Kenshi?
Yeah, Kenshi just killed Unlimited.
Unlimited was really peeking right in that shutter. He wanted to stay in on that, but he didn't have a medic for overheals or anything like that, so it was a little out of position there, but they have a good, solid hold right now. They're holding the second point. WASP just kind of waiting for Uber to come out. I mean, playing it a little safe, but they can do that. They're just kind of feeling out this other team right now.
Actually, I missed the moment where Anir died. That's why the Ubers are even right now. I thought that Unpoppable had like the advantage after the win of the middle.
What was that big Kenshi pick? But they were a little slow to build, like maybe a little too spread out there. But I think the fake call comes out right there from Erie. Clefsis also has 100%. They're kind of just waiting. They're gonna. Oh, they're posturing. They want to come out on this, but they know the Ubers are about even. Us, though, somebody, one of those spies, is relaying a little bit of information, but it does look like Unpoppable is starting to peek in here on Shutter. Takes out D-Toad. So that's going to be one player down. Oh, Soldier's throwing Lippy was jumping in there. All got himself picked off by the sniper. That would have been the perfect moment to push with both teams at full player advantage right now. Trying to take out that mini sentry, which doesn't help a whole lot in this last hold, but that's something. NC, another big pick on the Fuzz. Shadowburn goes down as well, so that really opens up the doorway for WASP to come out on this, and they will. They're coming out lower, but they forced out the Uber and even see that. A little bit of a flash, trying to go back in on this, but with only a heavy there, not going to be able to do this. Air Blast all around. Unlimited comes in, throws some sticky bombs down, but Catman's going to drop down, as does their medic. And Unlimited comes back out to try and get away. A big scout on top of him, and Fuzz takes out the scout in midair, but looks like one more player's going to go down right there. This is WASP time to come out.
Yeah, that's right. Unlimited is down, as well as many people from Unpoppable's side, so they might lose the point. They surely will lose the second point, and definitely. It's a huge momentum for WASP right now. They might just try to push to the mid without Uber.
They have free push yet. I mean, they did get most of their players up, and they're at choke, but they don't have the heals out right now. Plus is keeping I should eat my words. About to say that they're keeping their players alive, but two players just dropped right there. It's a good little re-push, earlier than expected. I think that's what caught WASP off guard, because I thought they had maybe a free train or a free ride to mid, but as we see, they do not. So it looks like Unpoppable is going to take back the second point. To much to my surprise, actually, they're pushing all the way into last right now, having one person cap.
I think the reason why WASP lost the momentum was because Shox overextended a bit and died.
Both
but now there are Ubers on the last.
Uber faded really early for WASP right there. Unpoppable getting back. Sorry, vice versa. Unpoppable having to get back as they're Uber faded, but they are kind of still a little bit of a forward hold, waiting for the rest of their players to spawn and get to the second point, because they still probably can hold this. They're getting a slight negligible advantage in Uber, but they are trapping WASP, and WASP seem like a team that really, they don't overcommit a whole lot. They really waited for the right moment to come out and get the second point again before they got backed in, but they seem like they know when is the perfect time for them. They didn't seem like they were doing it out of, I don't know, like they were forced out to push out of that last point last time.
Right before the game I was talking about the position of the teams. They have lost most of their week 1 game. That's why this game has a lot of matter for both of the teams. It will just give the confidence to the winner. And I predict that this game might go 3-3 on 2 maps, the second one being Wormtic.
Oh, nice.
And the Uber is on Unpoppable side.
WASP also popped Uber. They have a much better Uber as well, but not flashing around a whole lot. Gunrock's getting a little bit of a flash there, chasing Unlimited out of Shutter. Looks like he's going to get another meat shot on him, but not finish off the kill. But it does look like Trox wants to poke his head out of rollout. Takes out the spy and starts peeking a little bit, getting a little intel. Meanwhile, Gunrock is behind on that point, putting out some damage, but goes down to a big headshot by Fuzz. And WASP are starting to poke out again, getting in this upper lobby. They seem to prefer lobby. I mean, they've been really trapped in trying to get out Shutter's side and roll out so far. But they do seem to prefer that lower lobby, and they do have a much bigger Uber advantage, something like 20%, just a little less actually. And that's actually, I'm curious. I think that it looked like that charge rate was going up a little faster than usual. I'm curious if they moved to quit screen, but no. Still on that metagun was what I expected. Kenzie with a big pick on Fuzz as soon as he looks at the door. Has his eye on the soldier as well, but doesn't quite get him. Pro's gonna go peek out that Shutter, and looks like they're trying to set up now. They have that pick. It's gonna be a couple seconds before they get up, and they want to come out. If they do indeed, they got that other pick, and it's just they pushed right when they had Uber, but that's right about when Unpoppable got Uber as well. Looks like it's going to be in Unpoppable's favor as 2-3 players to go down from WASP. It's going to be a really hard hold for them now. Kenzie, the sniper, that really heavy glass is up now. Rock's going down to 22 HP, managing to evade. It's a giant meat shot onto it, Unlimited, and he gets cleaned up by Kenzie. This is still possible for them to hold this, come back out. Yep, Unpoppable being forced back out. always goes. Oh, there's still a player in here. Engineer kind of just turning some heads over in that back left-hand corner, but not a whole lot can be done. It does look like WASP are going to start piling out onto the second point. Held that markedly with only 4 players up, and then Gunrock's really showing off some skills with those giant scattergun meat shot. But right behind them, they have a spy. Next Kenzie looks like he's going to go down as he gets coop-read. The Catman was way behind everybody. It was really out of position right there. It's followed down and cleaned up. Shadowburn getting chased out as well by Gunrock. This is 1-1 scout battle here, but Rose runs in, throws a little damage of his own. Shadowburn has to back off. So they have the second point now. It was that was a really impressive last hold. And it really comes down to the 3 players that were left up, which was Lippy and Bugser and
Looks
Gunrocks.
like a good momentum right now for WASP. They had like 3 picks right now. Cherry is down, Unlimited is down. And the flank classes are also down. That's why it's a good time to push right now, but I don't know why.
They lost their medic, and I think they might want to hold off on that. Also, Kenzie went down after getting 2 picks and Gunrock, so that's really difficult to keep your medics safe, and they just want to play this. They're going to play this safe. These guys seem like a team that really takes their time, and we might be in for a very kind of a long match here.
Yeah, it's CP stalemate all the way.
Yeah. We've seen it here before, and we'll see it here again, but this looks like it's going to be a repeat of that. Meanwhile, it looks like Unpoppable kind of getting in here for free. They're probably not going to get the point completely for free unless WASP really back off. Actually, it looks like they are. They had a nice position up there on the upper lobby and one player out on rollout, but they just kind of gave that to them for free. And the Unpoppable haven't even capped it yet. But now they've got somebody on it. Looks like they're really kind of pressuring in. They do have full advantage, and yet Uber gets popped out there. Back on Catman, which is they've been doing a lot of solo heavy Ubers, which is a style that I'm not quite used to, and I haven't seen it in like the past couple weeks.
Catman is a very silent guy when he plays. He doesn't call. They have Anir, the medic, as a caller, and Unlimited is down from D to it. It's a nice pick from WASP. They might just try to push right now. If they have the balls.
Gunrocks runs up, gets a giant meat on Charizard. I don't know how they live, but he is probably going to go down to Evan Eater's rocket as they peek into the IT room right there.
Boxer went down from Captain still. Must have the chance to just cap the second point if they deal with the guys in choke.
Unpoppable.
And Leapy
really?
is.
Oh, go for it. The bubble, they were really bunched up right there. It looked like they were all thinking about coming back in, but somebody must have made the call to back off. They had almost all 9 of their players stuck in choke. I'm just waiting for one giant sticky bomb to take out like 4 people or something like that, but they did back off. I think that they have Uber now. They didn't mask it, so Unlimited's starting to peek in. They're throwing Shadowburn into the sewers right now. And I think that they're going to want to come back in on this. They know that they have a very slight advantage, but their position-wise, they need to check out IT room. And that they do is they send Sherry in there, but Charizard goes down to a huge direct bite from Bugster and Kenzie. He gets a fake, as does Lippy. That's kind of evens things out. Lost 2 players themselves. They're peeking in here. This Unpoppable team, but they are getting back out, and now it's even Ubers, so it's hard to say what's going to happen. It looks like Conch got popped off. Trox is starting to go in on there. It's a shot right in the head by Fuzz. Kenzie takes a lot of damage as well as this wrangled mini sentry by Max over there by Barrels is really backing them off, but they get their Uber. Well, it looks like, I don't think that was forced off, but it looks like it was popped a little early. Now they're completely faded. The Uber was also used by the red team, so I mean they had a free Uber right there.
WASP have a huge advantage in terms of players right now.
And Uber advantage because the medic went down on Unpoppable.
WASP surely can just push to the middle right now. They are only against 5 players from red side.
They're thinking about it. If they finally commit, just narrowly avoid that bomb. Great pipe there by Bugser. That was really impressive. I gotta watch that on my side of the cat. But they are going to get on this middle point for the first time since the mid-fight. That's the first time in like 6 or 7 minutes, I believe. Let's see if they can actually take it. And Catman getting those getting headshot in the head. Like the heavies have been kind of really severely punished. These snipers on both these teams have been doing fairly well. Fuzz and Kenzie. But right now they have capped that middle point. Team WASP, and they are pushing into sewer, throwing one person over there to watch IT. But
WASP lost Lefsus, unfortunately.
I did not see that transpire. But yeah, it's going to make it a little difficult, given about 60% advantage for Uber. to Unpoppable. They've got Shadowburn coming out of T right now. Looks like they've completely backed off, gave them a lot of ground. They don't want to do a forward hold without their heals. This is a team that really likes to play over heals and really throws out a lot. I'll be interested to look at the stats when those come to us at halftime.
WASP were just so passionate to just push to the middle then that they lost only medic, and the rest of the team is all alive. But they now disadvantage in terms of Uber.
It seems like Unpoppable kind of expected a more forward hold there. I mean, they finally did come in. E-Toad just took a lot of damage. He's right behind the combo, but they didn't even see him. That was an interesting play right there. With a huge reflect, takes out Charizard. Gunrock's also killing Ebeneater. There, Uber is going to come out. They're going to be chasing this team. Uber is finally just narrowly fully charged and popped by WASP. They're going to take out Enire. It's going to make things a lot easier without Unpoppable having heals. Meanwhile, they are committed to this point. I mean, only nearly backing up. Takes a headshot. He's going to run now, but
SDB's on
a body shot. Shadowbird going for the medic right now. Thumb come in, but I didn't know where he went. Get it? No.
Boxer saves his medic with the direct hype on Shadowbird.
Attaboy. Was
Boxer
pretty
is
impressive.
definitely the man of the match right now.
That's,
I think so.
That's quite a few picks. Backing up, looks like they're going to get one more pick on Max as they push into sewer. More pick. Trox on that soldier as they're trying to get away. They're going to get on the second point now. They have some serious momentum. They have about 65% Uber advantage. They're going to have it right now. They do mask it. Looks like they're going to pile this right on in. They're peeking through Shutter. They have Oscal right behind. Shadowburn snuck up. He popped it Uber a little bit early. And now Bugzer is in there throwing out some stickies. They are on lap. It's a big one on Buzz, but can't clean up the damage. Buzz trying to get, does get Lefsus right before he died. That was a huge play. I'm impressed by that one. But about even players though, was on the point. D-Toad is sneaking, trying to get the center, but there's only players left on this point. Engineer and Spy. I do not think they're going to be able to do it, but he does take out that mini sentry. And they're going to have, if they can get their players back up, they can get him on a second point and try and hold. It's going to be difficult though.
Yeah, right now Unpoppable will have Uber advantage, and they might push on the second point, and they are pushing right now. Only Leap is trying to defend it, but he dies.
Yeah, the rest of the players are kind of peeking and choke, but I think they're gonna wisely fall back here, knowing that the other team has full over advantage. But it looks like even Unpoppable think that there's more of a forward hold than there is. This is giving them time. Wasp are actually piling in here and getting a better. Oh no, they are not. Harry takes out Trox. He kind of overextends, as you said he did before, and they decide to back off there, just leaving a couple players in choke. But actually, a couple more players coming in from sewer right now. Behind them, Sherry shooting somebody, Kenzie. A couple ambassador shots. Does not look like they're going to get the kill though. Did turn enough heads to let Wasp and Unpoppable pile out onto the second point. Now a little bit of cat time. D-Toad running right past a free pick right there. A very interesting play. I think he was kind of headed for the combo, but Uber came out from Team Unpoppable, and they have a couple players on point, but there's full Uber advantage, and just down one or two players over there on Wasp. They come in, big demo jump. Catman takes him out from the sky. Looks like D-Toad goes down as well. Uber, like last remaining Uber, was used on Crow, who does not even take out the heavy. Oh, finally dies to burn damage, but they are way out of position here. Looks like, yeah. Looks like, I think that was Shadow. No, that was Max who got that body shot on the medic. And,
Gunrox is huge now.
This is such a mess. Players dropping like left and right. There were 3 players left on both teams. Sherry coming and getting a big pick on Libby. That was such a good stab. And they get him that as well. But they are going to hold this second point. But it's going to take them some time to get these spawns there. That was quite a bit of chaos. I actually thought Unpoppable had that for sure.
It was a mess right now.
But they do get their spawns up there. Looks like Unpoppable are happy to sit in last. Wait for that last 30% on Uber.
I'm surprised by the way that we haven't seen crits, because like, you know, post-Soviet countries are notorious for using crits a lot.
I was expecting to see it. That's why I had to double check earlier when I thought they were charging a little bit fast.
We might see the crit if we have like score 1-0 or something.
Yeah, last time actually, still I think we've been on this map for I think 18 minutes now. Still 0-0. Last time we saw some strange crits plays come out. It's kind of desperation or just maybe people getting bored. I think that was for the Nations Cup where it was 0-0 for something like about a half an hour. And then we saw that the team attempt to push out of last with crits, which actually was their failure. So you can push in with crits, but pushing out of last, I wouldn't expect that. But Uber is popped out here by Team WASP. They're going in last, and they popped their on Unlimited as a little counter on Unpoppable, which was kind of strange. And right behind him, oh, that was so close. One person just turned a bunch of heads. It's going to allow that, because like everybody went back immediately to check it out. Lippy now throwing out some damage, taking out that mini sentry. Charizard really chewed up, only guy in the pit right now. Lippy bombing in, takes out Charizard. Cherry's about to get a pick on Olba. Very nice, they do. But Lippy's getting some burn damage now. About even player advantage. But Trox, Plexus jumps in here with Trox. I don't know if they're going to get out. Lippy is still going hard. Like, I think they're making Plexus kind of extend here. Oh god, nearly got picked by Cherry as they finally decide to back out. They know they don't have the players for it. They knew the spawns were coming back up, and they're getting chased hard. Good play there by Ebeneater to follow up and kill that medic. Some damage had really been put out, and they needed to be punished for that long stay.
Both teams are very cautious right now. They're just not that passionate to push.
I'm really curious why Unpoppable isn't out here. I mean, the only person that actually came out was Unlimited right there. And they have almost, basically full Uber advantage. They'll have it in about 3 or 4 seconds now. So they're going to be able to push all the way out on the mid. You just need to really keep their eyes ahead of them. Looking back, I think that they think a spy's behind them, but I don't see anything back there. They are piling out. Now Shadowburn taking a lot of direct shot. He just got out-DM'd by an engineer. That was strange to see. Uber does get popped off by Unpoppable as they are chasing some players back. And those some good flashing right there.
Boxer went down, so they will
losing the demo.
Yeah,
that's difficult.
They will go back to second point, and we have another cellmate there.
Right now, a lot of damage being put out. Some good pipes onto the WASP team right there. Those were just kind of Hail Marys thrown out there, like willy-nilly. Hit 2 people. That was quite a sight to see, and it's going to allow them to kind of back off, get some heals from their medic, and it looks like they might be pushing through computer room now.
Yeah, they have Uber advantage right now. They're gonna push.
It's a good time for it, especially as Kenzie takes out Ebeneater. And they big flash and jump in right there. Throws out some damage onto Charizard, but Medic reconnects just in time to save them some damage. That's gonna force Unpoppable back as Wasp start taking this middle point for the second time this round and this match.
I think Wasp now are liking the synergy between Heavy and Demoman. Because, you know, Boxer tries to bomb and he just takes the damage to do it alone and to just get picks.
I like that style a lot more than what we've been seeing. It's kind of more like you take a solo demo Uber in and do some damage, but Bugster is playing kind of an older style that I'm used to seeing. That is, you get a flash and you bomb and you do some damage and you hope your medic reconnects with you as he flashes somebody else, and it's been working out pretty well for them. Definitely it's been scaring Unpoppable.
Sure, but the problem is that he doesn't have enough help to just finish the job.
Yeah.
I think they could do just much better if they had the better synergy between the heavy classes.
And maybe take Lippy in there as well, because Lippy has been on fire this round.
Yeah. Lippy is very good, and we have equal Ubers, but Trox is down again.
Both Ubers are popped off in this IT room. Looks like they're trying to get back. A little bit of a body block here. Ivanite coming on in and taking out for Clefsis was quite the play. Good little jump. I mean, he hit a really low ceiling right in order to get that done. I'm really starting to be impressed with this guy's rocket jumping skills. The way he tracks down the medics. Which is just hard to say. Like, as a medic man, I hate seeing that, but I can still appreciate it. But Unpoppable.
And again, Wasp was just out of position when they lost this fight.
Which is letting them walk in here on second, absolutely for free. Bugster's setting up a trap, doesn't even see that there's players all around him. Bugster needs to have a little bit of... Maybe turn his headphones up or something, because he had stickies under his feet while he was planting sticky bombs elsewhere. But they're all backed up in the last, and gonna let Unpoppable take this second point. And they have about 60% Uber advantage, and I think they were already starting to peek in there. I'm like, oh, do not try push that, do not get that cocky. But they're going in here, looks like another solo Catman. Uber flashes in Ebeneater. And Pyro comes in here, starts air blasting it, but they're going to drop one player. So far, Gunrocks goes down to a big headshot by Fuzz. They are on the point, but they got some stuns up now. It's going to be difficult. Damage being thrown out left and right. Unlimited looking really low health as he puts out some last-ditch stickies on the point. They only have 3 players up on Unpoppable. Both at very low health, except for the medics got out of there very wisely. that's going to let Wasps hold their point and draw out this first round of this first match even longer.
Lippy tried now to just jump on the combo, but he was killed by Unlimited. So Unlimited just saved the point for the team. Though I doubt that WASP will just push right now. Just they're very cautious. And they almost lost Clefsus right now to Shadowburn. Still they have an Uber advantage right now. So they might...
They need to take advantage of that, yeah. But it looks like Unpoppable is actually coming in here for a little bit of a dry push. I think they're starting to get impatient with just 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first round.
Yeah, I guess we might see a golden cap if it just continues in such a way. And Trox went down again.
Fuzz taking out Clefsus as well. That really is going to save them right now. We're completely backed against the wall. Going to be full Uber advantage for this red team now. And it's
clutch play by Fuzz.
Absolutely. I think it's probably, yeah, he's top fragging for sure on their team. Both of these snipers have been doing amazing jobs, and they're both actually top fragging. At least probably top damaging, but Bugzer's pretty close up there on Wasp's side.
And it's strange that he just walked in without even like any notice from Wasp side. He just walked right in. And Uber comes from Unpoppable.
Walking in, yeah. There goes Unpoppable. Getting that Uber out. They're looking for that flash for Igniter, but he got turned trying to take care of a spy. And that's like, that was all that it took, was a little bit of a spy play to turn some heads, and that was a complete waste of an Uber now. That's going to allow Wasp to actually counter this and try and, they lose their medic. It's going to be very difficult. And the Lippy goes down as well. And it looks like Unpoppable, no, they have player advantage. They're coming in Shutter side. They do lose Evaniter. And Unrox rushing in, taking out. Oh, yes, he takes out Fuzz. That was so close. Fuzz narrowly missed that headshot. But Kenzie getting a kill of his own, taking out Max. And this is just constant back and forth action here. I think both teams realize the time now. They know that they have to get something done very soon, or else it's going to be a golden cap scenario. And they're just kind of throwing players left and right. They have enough time to really play this and smart. And I think if either team is going to do that, it's going to be WASP. They haven't pushed out in, like, I think 4 or 5 minutes, but they are starting to pile into lobby.
And Unlimited went down.
Yeah, they could actually try push off of that. Looks like they're thinking about it. Trox and Bugzer coming up from underneath. They'll on top. See, they're getting rotated on. Unpoppable jump down from upper lobby and take out 3 or 4 players. Now they have full Uber. They are going to pop it out because they took out the medic. And they are trying to get these other players. Yeah, completely out of position. He doesn't know that his player's coming back to the point right now, but D-Toad managed to stop it for a split second, but they couldn't do it. We finally see the first cap of this match with 4 minutes left. Wow, and that goes to Unpoppable. That was a long round with a lot of action going on. I mean, it was a little stalematey, but it didn't feel like it, except for the first, like, maybe 5 minutes. But Unlimited first to mid right now. He denies the Bugzer that mini health pack. Bugzer really low on health. It's going to get backed off, and Gunrock's going to jump on top of those blue crates and back them up even more. So looks like Wasp know that they can be strong. They did look like they were really getting it together after that end of the last round. But position-wise, they had the advantage position-wise right there. They're losing players left and right.
And again, it's like a non-stop action, like in the first round.
Yeah, but the player disadvantage, it looks like they're getting out there. And they kept their medic up, which is wise.
They have only 3 minutes left right now. So it's a crucial moment for them. They have to save their mid.
Yeah, and he's the only one alive. He has to go all the way back. He was trying to just keep Kenzie up there, basically pocketing the sniper at choke to try and get a pick, but Fuzz proved to be the better sniper there, even when Kenzie got like a full buff from the medic, so I think we may have figured out that matchup fairly well. Interested to look at the stats though, but they know there's only 3 minutes here. That's why they're staying in on this. Lippy getting in through sewers. He's going to deny that. Oh wait, Gunrock's going after IT. D-Toad turning some people around. But Trox went down, and both Ubers are popped off here a little bit earlier by Unpoppable. Fuzz taking out D-Toad as well. He tries to get a nice little cheeky stab there. That was kind of impressive. They're kind of staying with this. They're staying at choke. They're not kind of backing off entirely. They're holding a forward position. This is a much more of a aggressive defense than what we've seen from WASP instead of like the previous 25 minutes.
Catman might go down right now from Buxom. No, he survives.
They did take out Unlimited, but it's the only player that's Max goes down. That's just an engineer pick. You need a little bit more than that. Some damage has been put out. Shadowburn Unlimited. God, Catman down to 60 HP. But Cherry comes in, takes out Lefsis and Trox. That's going to allow a push in on this, and they don't even need to. At this point, they could park the bus with that 1-round win. We could be on our way to Warm Tick soon. As they do come in here, Shadowburn, the big double pick. Wow. And they're grabbing this second. Looks like they're going to do a dry push. Actually, not even dry push. They have full Uber. I was looking at the wrong side right there. Shadowburn flying through the sky like he's actually still playing Soldier. Taking out one more player. God, he is on fire right now. They're piling on the point. There's a little bit of a backcap going on right now, but that's not going to matter as they take a second round. And GG's Upton Shad with 1:20 left. I think that's going to definitely be the map.
Sure. It's just not even possible, like, theoretically, to
just
take 2 rounds in a row. Only 1 minute left.
They could
think
get
that
1
again-
point on the board, maybe, but it's difficult. But if they are going to roll out, they haven't given up completely, make a show of it. If anything, just for the stats.
Oh,
Big
Near
bomb again
went
by
down.
Evander. Oh, lose your medic, that's quite difficult, but that is Unpoppable, so could just kind of pile in. 50 seconds left. I think it's mathematically possible still to get that last point, but it's all for show at this point. So who do you think has been like the better players here? Like who has really been carrying, in your opinion?
Well, Fusk, of course. His clutch play, like, decided the first round, I think. Well, not like the only play by him, but like it was a big part in their final push because they had the picks.
He opened it up. It looked like actually they were going to go down right there. They'd been back in their last for a while, and that giant headshot peeking through shutter. I think he picked off one other player as well after that, allowed them to get out. And
I think he has an advantage over Kenzie because, like, Kenzie was inactive for a long time. That's why he's a bit rusty now. But I think that WASP really lacked in terms of synergy between their heavy classes, especially Trox. He went out of position a lot of times, just died out of spy. We have seen Cherry just killing the entire combo.
I was going to give Cherry a definite shout out. We don't see a lot of really important spy action. D-Toad really sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard there. Cherry did some work, got some really good picks, especially one on I think 2 times he got Lippy, and like times that you probably shouldn't get picked by a spy as a soldier. So it's one of those rare shout outs that you'll get from me. It's the spy did some work there. But also, I mean, they didn't really take a whole lot of advantage of it, but Clef's is putting out heals in the right spot. But then again, that can come back to maybe WASP were staying a little bit too a little too back on their defense holds. They've only had one really aggressive hold at the very last, like 5 minutes of that round. So it's really hard to say. I'm going to try and pull up these stats and see what I can find out here.
So now we're gonna watch Warmtick, and for WASP it will be the essential to just get over Unpoppable on that map if they wanna stay in Prem, because like we have a high stakes game here. Like a complete lack of points in this game will just make your chances to stay in Prem much lower.
Yeah, that really, I mean, there's something definitely on the ride. It may not be for like glory and everything like that, just to stay in Prem, that's a big motivator. Right now, looking over the stats, Fuzz compared to Kenzie did outfrag him by 8. Kenzie with 38 frags, that is the most, and like that's a whole lot of kills. But I mean, Fuzz got 8 less, but Fuzz's were kind of right where you needed them when you needed them, so he made that
I think
work.
he did just the more important picks.
Yeah.
And the team was just more helpful with that picks rather than Kenzie, who just destroyed everyone, but he was just didn't have enough help after his picks. Or maybe his picks were not that crucial.
Yeah. And Bugzer, once again, like, actually, it's kind of a common thing. It looks like WASP are getting more frags and more damage, but they probably weren't the right ones at the right time, because between Bugzer and Unlimited with, it looks like 8 less kills, but like they still won. And looking over there, a little change of pace over there on Eboniter, who was, I think, had like the 4th most frags with 25 compared to Lippy's 18. Like, they both had some really good medic picks, like tracking down, finishing off some damage. But over there, Shadowburn really wrecking some shit with 28 kills compared to Gunrox's 19. We saw a good show from both those. Like almost all the classes seemed very evenly matched. Like,
I guess except for Heavy. Because if you just look at Trox's performances,
I had
there is a big
glossed over
difference.
that. There's
Yeah.
14, like it's double the kills over there by Catman, who was really playing. He wasn't with playing a lot more with the combo. Like he had some, I think 3 or 4 solo Ubers taking in. He wasn't. I'm used to seeing much more of a flank heavy in the past couple weeks, and it looks like Trox isn't even playing a flank heavy. Like he's not paired up with anybody. He's just
Yeah.
kind of out there. He did die a few times less. He just maybe he's putting out actually a lot less damage though. So it's hard to say.
I have
It's a more
noticed this.
stalemate. So
Yeah,
it's a stalemate kind of map and hard to get in a good position as heavy.
I have noticed this in the first game of WASP, which was against Fair Enough, a week 1 game, and Trox's performance was very questionable on heavy. And we clearly see the pattern here, because it's week 2 already, and his problems just don't. Just being out of position. That's a crucial mistake.
And as we wait for the new server info, I'm taking a
Yeah.
look at the last little bit here. Yeah, Sherry with 16 kills compared to D-Toad's 6. Sherry may have died only 2 more times as well, so definitely impressive spy plays. They really tried to shut down that sniper, but those snipers could not be stopped. So much damage, so many frags being pulled out. I think it's going to be a little bit different on Warmtick. It's much more of a direct map, a Koth map. We're not going to see as many stalemates, and it's going to let a couple of the players get some more intense like DM action going on. So I think that like Shadowburn will step it up a little bit more. What I've saw from Gunrocks, I think he'll definitely be on fire. And I want to see Lippy and Evaniter going hard on those bombs because there's a high skybox. So not like much more freedom as a soldier.
Also, let's continue our insight about the teams. So, speaking of WASP and speaking of Kenzie is a beastie sniper, of course. Everyone knows that. But unfortunately for WASP, they have lost Morg. This is a sniper who played with them for years. He just went to the military service of Russia. He was a big part of the team, because you might know it or you might not. WASP played in each division of ETF2L, like from D6 through D5 for 3, 2, and 1 to Prem.
So they worked their way up. Like they were in it for the long haul. That's impressive. A lot of teams that kind of just get together and they just start.
Unique achievement, I guess.
It's respectable.
It's very respectable. And like the original players from that roster were Morg, who is not playing right now, Crow, who plays right now as a Pyro, and she is also a Pyro of Russian national. And we also have Levsas, who is a team leader and team leader of Ukrainian national team. And as you might be aware of, both of the teams, Russian team and Ukrainian team, did very well on this Nations Cup. Ukraine came 2nd, and Russia came 3rd.
Yeah, I think I was watching that one. Actually, man, I may have cast that one. It's been so long at this point. But yeah, I was watching Ukraine put together a really good team. And it was really interesting to watch coming from the NA side of things, where I only kind of knew about maybe High Panda or Chess Club and the more notable guys who were kind of all bringing it over to 58 and stuff like that, or the other the Deutschland tournaments. But coming over and seeing a team I'd never seen before kind of on fire like that was really nice, really entertaining.
Also, there is a question on our Twitch chat. Why SDB is playing Scout? Yeah, SDB is a soldier. Yeah, he's a soldier by default. He played soldier in Russian national team. He was a leader of this team there. But today, I don't know why, he plays a Scout. Maybe he just likes it a bit more. Yeah, but he played soldier in Highlander in the national team.
Yeah, we had a little whisper over from Arjax so that he likes to play Scout in Highlander. But maybe just that sometimes you need a break when you're playing one class for so long. Maybe he wants to save those amazing rocket shots.
I've heard the rumors that he just have broken his mouse. He even had this nickname on Steam, Elias, Broken Mouse. That's why he just started playing Scout. To just have an excuse of why he's not in the best.
But yeah, going back to what happened last map, we saw the snipers absolutely on fire, and I'm curious if they're going to be able to get past these changes onto Warmtick, because there are 2 big giant shields that have been put in on the latest version of this that'll block off a little bit of the sidelines that force the snipers to either they mainly just play on top of that shed, or they hook the banana and try and get a good angle there. But It's not the sniper-dominated map that we're used to. I'm curious if either of these guys will use that little upper. I've been calling it the break room since it's got that little water container in there. I don't think there's an official name for that room up top of crates, but I don't see it used too often. I think there was a match 2 or 3 weeks ago that I casted over for the A side of Highlander, and I saw one guy go up there the entire time. They mainly just sit up on Shack, which is kind of just a free rocket away from just backing them off.
Actually, I don't have a big experience on this map because it wasn't played in Nations Cup. It was never played in Nations Cups, and I haven't played the previous season. That's why your knowledge here is much bigger than mine.
I've never seen it played more than maybe 3 times. One of those was on UGC. Sadly, one of the now dead, defunct format called Arena Respawn, and it's kind of interesting. It forces a lot of back holds. There's not a lot of aggressive plays you can do. There is that underpassage that lets you kind of peek through, but unless you're sending a scout or your spy through there, I don't see it used a lot. It's really just a lot of hiding behind the crates, waiting for soldiers to bomb in. This is a really soldier-dominated map. They have those upper little, I guess maybe call them banisters, where they can go for hide. They've got the free ride over crates. Excuse me. They can jump into that little break room and kind of walk behind the team, but it's really tough to say. There's no like established meta from what I've seen the past few weeks.
Although I also think that it's a very sniper-friendly map, especially if you just don't pay attention. Of course, if you don't pay attention, sniper will carry you on each map. But here, I just have an example. An example is connected to WASP. Like the previous season, they played against some British team named UKIP. They just WASP won this team 3-0, and like Morg, that sniper who I was talking about, he was like 35 kills and 0 deaths.
So, 0 deaths as a sniper.
Yeah,
that has to be punished. That
he
can't
just
happen.
destroyed them.
Wow.
I don't know. He just killed everyone.
I've seen close to that before. I think Fox Piece, who was on, I think I can't remember the name right now. One of the NA teams. He went something like 36-2. People were outraged at that. Like, you have to punish the sniper on fire like that. At that point, it's just up your spy to harass.
Yeah, and you know, even the logs were broken because he had like 0 deaths. So it was not like a proper KD for him. It was just fun.
Infinite KD ratio.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Unlimited warming up here on Soldier. What I've seen right now, I'd like to see him do a little bit of a Soldier action in game, but this is also a pretty good demo map. It depends if you want to play away from your medic, which some teams have been doing this season. Both in NA and EU, but for the most part, I've been seeing a lot of people stick together. I would like to see some demos jump up on top of those crates and rain down stickies, but
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the teams might change server right now. They're just typing it in Russian in chat right now.
Oh.
Yeah, but go on. We have time.
It was just that if you can get your demo on top of those crates, it's such height advantage because most people hide right behind the crates, right next to that bottom little passage. So if you can get your demo up there and your soldier up there in a coordinated jump, you win.
There is an STV in chat.
I get it.
Not the best decision to just type STV in like the public chat.
Thankfully, they're just hearing our voices right now. They're watching it. As I had to double check that for a second. I got worried. So bear with us, guys. We are changing servers. Action to come. We had almost both the teams in there. It shouldn't be too much longer.
So speaking generally about these two teams, was like the amalgamation of Russian national team and Ukrainian national.
Mm-hmm.
They have like all of the people who played in Nations Cups, and Unpoppable had like 3 out of 10 players that played for Russian national team. It was a strange decision. I don't know why it was made to just change the flag of WASP to Ukrainian, because initially the flag was Russian. Maybe because Klevsos is a team leader and he's Ukrainian, and he just wanted to go fancy. Actually, I connected to the STV that was provided, and
Yeah.
I ended up in spectators.
I actually did the same thing. I went to the actual game server. They were
Yeah.
like, "Hi, casters, how's it going?" And I'm like, I am not a smart man. So what is the STV? Do you know what the STV port is?
Um,
All right, we're waiting on the STV. Is what man behind the camera has just told us. But we did have 18 in servers, so as soon as we get the STV, which will probably pop up once they go live with that 90-second delay, we will be back in this. Stick around. Right now, if you are just joining us, Team Unpoppable, they did pull out that first round, like 2 minutes left in the match, so quite interesting. A lot of back and forth, a lot of stalemate, but this is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be over there on our Warm Tick. Should be better. Should be more fast action paced.
yeah, unfortunately, we didn't experience, the stalemate where all the teams just afraid to push and just don't kill anyone. There was like non-stop action, lots of mistakes, lots of just pushes, like
Which
failed beginners.
if like you're gonna take 28 minutes for the first round, I want to see some action. At least it wasn't just kind of people biding their times and sitting on their hands. So it's definitely one of the better ones to watch for process.
But unfortunately, most of the pushes were due to mistakes of heavy classes, especially on the WASP side. When just Rox went down, Catman went down sometimes. It was just very typical in that game.
Sorry for my silence, folks. Just trying to find this STV right now.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Arj, do you want to kick it to music for a few minutes? Yeah. Wait on this. All right, folks. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to BlackOut. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is week 2, round 2 round 1 of map 2. We just went live. Thank you for bearing with us right there while we sorted out a little information there. Shoutouts to Audios who dropped that in chat for us. But here we go. We have started. We have gone live right now. Looks like Lippy has taken advantage of that hide I was talking about earlier, as he is on top of that crate, hiding in that little break room and throwing out some damage. But it looks like Shadowburn's already found his nice little backup spot, and he's trying to get behind this team.
Oh, Klexus went down to Cherry from Ambassador.
Ambassador headshot. God, very nice there by Sherry, who was doing work last map as well. But Conch has been popped off right there. Trox taking a lot of damage, having to back up, but Lippy going in hard, trying to chase down this medic. Hood gets one big bomb on him, coming from the flank leg, and he get the rest of the damage off. No, he can't, but he did get that Uber popped off. That'll even things up. As Glyphs had gone down earlier in the round, they are putting up their soldier and their demo on top of their Evaniter, going way deep right now. He's going down before he can actually get a kill. But Fuzz cleaned up 2 players while I was saying that, so Fuzz holding it down once again. But there's a slight, I don't know, about even
nice
over
play by
damage.
Catman. He just killed the medic. Just dropped down from the like little hole and killed the medic. He sacrificed
Very
himself,
nice.
but that was worth it totally.
Totally worth it. Right now, it looks like, yeah, Unpoppable had captured it. We're down a couple players. I was kind of waiting for WASP to get on point right there. As they are, Gunrock's throwing himself onto the point, throwing out some damage as well. Gunrock's chasing down Unlimited, huge double meat shot there. Clean up on Bugster's damage. Bugster's still throwing out some pipes and some stickies in that banana hallway. Oh my god, flying the enemy medic away. Glyphs, oh my god. That was so harsh right there. Huge headshot onto the WASP medic. Just as actually, I thought that Iniri was going to go down as well, but like completely, like must have landed it from a sideways rocket jump. Oh,
Yeah, it was another clutch play by Unpoppable Sniper, who was an essential player on the first map.
Possibly
fire
could have
again.
done with them, yeah. And I think he's going to keep it up. It is quite the sniper map, even with those sightlines blocked off. Lippy put on a little bit of damage onto the combo of Unpoppable from upper, but gets backed off. There's Evaniter jumps up and takes a huge sticky right to the face. That's going to be enough players back down. But they did pop off Uber on Unpoppable, so they tried to chase them back, but that may have just been like a panic Uber. Maybe Iniri should just get out with that.
it was gone.
Iniri's running now. They are going to be on this point and take that WASP, and they're chasing Iniri as well. Bugs are huge jump
wave.
in. Oh, put the pipe directly into them and cleaned up on any of the damage. Deco was watching that as well, waiting for someone to come up. Oh, gets found out by Charizard. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, they've got Shadowburn flanking them completely. What the heck was he doing? I guess he's trying to find Clefsis, because they do know that Clefsis has complete full Uber advantage right now, sitting at 100. And Iniri hasn't even found anybody to get 1%.
Clefsis
goes
again.
down! The Fuzz is huge headshot. God, this is such a sniper-dominated map, like I've been saying time and time again. It's so hard to find a safe spot on this map as a medic. Meanwhile, Shadowburn jumping in here, trying to stop Lippy from raining down that damage from that upper room. Puts in triple shot into him, nearly went down himself, but Shadowburn's going to be behind the play now. I think Cherry's calling out somebody, but meets Gunrocks in that hallway. He's going to go down. Meanwhile, looks like Unpoppable are piling on to the middle point. Gunrock's doing a little bit of his own work as he throws in there, takes Catman down to 7 HP before they go down. And Unpoppable are going to take this. A slight Uber advantage as well, so they're probably going to be able to take this and hold this for quite some time. They need about a minute and a half to catch up with WASP, so
Cherry's
you know,
medic.
decent times. Cherry
Cherry.
gets taken out by that mid-sentry. That's quite the lucky play right there. This is kind of a nice spy map because there are a lot of flank paths to get down, but it's just so much action against right now. It does look like Clefsis is double rotating all the way back around Banana, so maybe they found a slightly easier place to be in, but they did just take out the enemy sniper.
Yeah, Kenzie's on fire right now.
Yeah,
Kill the
Kenzie
sniper and the Demoman.
bringing
Two
it back.
kills.
So Uber gets popped off here by Unpoppable. Let's see them come in here. They go into that little under area that I don't see used too often, but Catman does take a Crow and the sentry gun before he goes down himself. But that was kind of a wasted Uber, and Neri's going to have to run back right now. Gets caught out by D-Toad. Gunrocks goes down. That was just not a well-coordinated Uber. They needed they needed one more player with them, really. They went to that little under sneaky spot, and they had no other team around to flash, so it kind of was a bit of a waste. They can still come back from this. They have a minute and a half left on their clock. There's only a minute left on Wasp's clock. So Wasp back on taking it down, and at full Uber at 85% advantage, it's going to be going difficult. And Kenzie takes out a Neri. Kenzie is absolutely on fire right now. And that was just, like, he only has about less than a second of sideline where he was looking. So, I mean, this guy doing work.
Yeah, it seems like he has a little bit of a warm-up, like in the first seconds of the game, first minutes of the game, but then he just destroys everything. Oh, and by the way, do you think that with little secrets or fixed? Because it might be, since Wasp is leading right now.
So Unlimited poking his head out there right now, but Unlimited getting pushed right back out, like, and right behind him, Dito coming out and mixes up. Stab, but it does get a near and allow Pop to come out here by Team WASP, who are 0 seconds left on the clock yet. They back off, they put their Uber away, and they would take the first round.
So what do you think about crits? Will we see them?
I want to see it. It's a really good map for it, actually, especially, I mean, if you were getting picked the sniper left and right, and you can't charge up that full Uber, you might as well just go crits. A quick fix is actually pretty viable on this as well.
Quick fix is very viable on like each King of the Hill map, I think. Because it just builds much earlier.
And plus being able to cap while you have it pop, and just defend it like that, it's so nice. But Fuzz, first pick, P-Layer's dropping left and right here. Difficult, Unpoppable piling onto the point. Catman putting out a little bit more damage and backing him off. What he sees, it backs up immediately. Trox has come, let them charge up a little bit. They have dead even numbers right now, so I think we might even see a really effective, aggressive Uber right here out of Unpoppable. We want to try and hold this because they're getting jumped in here. Lippy comes in yet. They went for that. No, sorry, I'm talking. Yeah, Uber comes out now from both teams, dead even, but they are chasing down some of the players with that. They're not going to be able to hold this. Looks like they've turned around. And Neri down like 617 now does not go down. Manages to back off. Jumps away from a body shot from Kenzie. That was so close, and he's going to get back, get some help. Meanwhile, Evan Nider jumps in to try and even things out, to try to take out Plexus, but does not get more than about 80 damage, it looks like. It's going to get the point to WASP for the second round in a row. They're doing quite well. I think maybe this is more of their play style map. Allows their players a little bit more freedom.
Gotta see if Kenzie can just get another mid pick right now. He's alive. He's watching the mid.
I see it. He's watching that favored sniper sideline. It's a lit, like I said before, it's limited now with those great stuff, but he's been making it work. Looks like Ubers are almost charged up. Neri needs to stay alive for the 10%. Goes down to a giant fight and rocket by Lippy and Bugster. That combined damage was perfect. Uber does get popped up here by WASP. That was just coordinated damage all around. The Uber did come off because I think there was a bit of damage taken there. Or maybe they just wanted to finish the last stragglers and charge up a new one because they will still have advantage even though it'll be very small. Though meanwhile, Shadowburn coming in onto Libby right now. Takes one shot at the face and is going to go, decides to go under for a little bit of a flank, but he's going to find a mini sentry and a pyro there and he's going to have to run back. Meanwhile, D-Toad is kind of chilling out in the back, getting a little bit of intel. I'm wondering if he's going to go for this before Evan Nider jumps in. But Catman and Unlimited starting to edge closer to that point. Time has been ticking down by WASP right now. They had a little bit of time put onto it by the side, but Unlimited takes a body shot from Kenzie. Stands still for an arrow or two before he's going to go back in. Quick little syringe heal, and they are backing this team off, and they're taking this point. It looks like this is kind of surprising, but the Uber's almost charged up here. Kenzie, two giant, huge. And right before he went down to, he had almost no health. He was just making plays, clutch plays right there by Kenzie. We got two players right before he died, and that may have saved him the point. It's still clicking down. Papa will keep like piling on it and almost getting backed off. And it's those Kenzie picks are really doing it. Not to mention those bombs by Lippy. As I said, the Lippy jumps up onto crates, so you get Shadowburn is about to go behind, but Unlimited pops in there.
And Clemson's went down.
Clefsus did go down. God, that was really good. Shadowburn turned ahead a little bit. Unlimited jumped in there just as he needed to. That was very, very well coordinated. Bugster's back behind the point right now. Gunrocks as well. Shadowburn is cleaning up both of these two, and they go down. He's being chased by Crow. Is he going to stay in on this? No. Crow gets that last shotgun before he jumps over the fence to safety. But that finally,
did the work.
Definitely. Taking up Bugster for like a couple more minutes. That'll definitely save them. Unload big bombing by Lippy is trying to get in Neri again. Oh God! Kenzie takes that as he jumps away from Libby. D-Toad getting back in the thick of things, stuck in like waiting to find that combo, and Neri is just so afraid of Kenzie right now. But Kenzie is watching from Banana, takes out the sentry gun. I'm waiting to see if he gets this Neri pick though. He's watching it. I'm watching his cam. This is tense. Takes out Unlimited. That's almost as good as the medic pick. That's going to allow Unpoppable to pile on point now. Klessis did go down to Jerry. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, me too.
that'll definitely give Unpoppable what they need to get on to this point. With 100% advantage, yet they're popping their Uber. That Catman doesn't see Libby, finally turns around, catches him right before he ducks down under. Meanwhile, Gunrock's about to go through the secret. No, axe off. They know they need to keep their combos safe right now while they wait for those spawns, but they're about even on the clock now. It's quite impressive from that initial, like, 2.5 minute hold they had, or just less than 2.5 minutes. Eboniter jumping up, but you can tell he's afraid. They are afraid to Kenzie, who just takes out Sentry Gun and allow them to move on to this point and take this round back, or take this point. It's very close, dead even at 42 seconds, as I said that. And about even Uber advantage as well. Kenzie takes out Catman. They are holding this point. People are starting to pile up. They've got 5 more seconds. We have Uber. It's going to be until Aniri's looking around for anyone in this. They back off. Looks like Unlimited. Oh, needs to be careful. He doesn't go down right now. Found Eboniter the off this. Eboniter goes in without a flat. Still an aggressive play rate. Kenzie went down. That is why they're so confident right now. That makes sense. Not see who picked off Kenzie, but he did go down. Well as Gunrocks. Uber finally gets popped off by Anir here. Uber, on the clock, they cannot move off point right now. As they're back on it immediately. Uber has space. All the players are jumping back on. Arzard goes down. Unlimited throwing himself in there. Shadowburn getting out some damage. Gets cleaned up by Unlimited's pipe. Oh god, players dropping left and right here, but Catman last on the point goes down. Fuzz, one of the only players left near the point. It's going to be up to him. I don't think he can do it though.
Yeah,
nope, that's Wasp. Wasp takes the second round.
I think the biggest mistake of Unpoppable is that they are just forced very easily with the Uber. For example, Gunrock just comes in, like lands 2 shots on Captain, and that's it. That's from like the red side, and it's a completely wasted Uber each time. So it's like that's why the score is still in favor of Wasp right now.
People just don't want to peek with the medics don't want to peek. With both of these snipers being on fire, they have these early pops, and then when they're not well coordinated, it's quite difficult. But
Kenzie is going crazy right now, killing like both Demoman and the sniper. That's just insane.
And Shadowburn as well. God, Lippy taking them out. Eboniter looks like he put out a little bit of damage right there, can't quite clean it up. And that's going to give Wasp this point again, I think, for initially. It looks like Unpoppable are backing off. They had the player advantage, but their spawns just got back up, I should say. Oh, they're moving back on. They probably backed up and popped that Uber. Oh god, the Clusters is disconnected from everybody right now, running around the combo. They didn't even see him. What just happened right there? Clusters connects the Ira. It's going to be a free Uber. Takes out Catman. I looked at it, thinking it was really silly. That shouldn't happen.
54 right now. Okay.
I was like, why is Clusters just in the corner? He's completely... Thankfully, Charizard, the Pyro Crow, saw him and joined up with it. Now it's a really messy. Could have gone horrible for their team. They did.
Anir went down to spy.
Oh, Cherry? Oh, that was Cherry. So Dito, one of Dito's first medic picks tonight, who we didn't see much action from, especially on this map. I keep seeing him sit around, just kind of getting out intel. But
he just using a cloak and dagger and sit there till there's medic. Just a safe play, and sometimes it works. Not very often, but still.
Once so far, I think. Oh god, Unlimited backed off with like 1 health right there, waiting for a sandwich from his heavy. It looks like. Actually, that's something I wanted to check right there. We were talking about heavy players earlier. I wanted to see what Trox was using because we were just seeing Tomislav over and over again. Catman on Tomislav. I haven't seen a real. But Uber, interesting. But Bugs are direct pipe on the Catman, and they're going to probably take this point. Oh, Eboniter's going to come in here and try and stop it with this. Is he running the beggar's visit? No, okay, I saw that differently for a second. But Bugs are trying to put some more cap time on this point. It's a big direct on Unlimited who surfs it away, and oh my god, takes out Bunrock. Ah! Bunrocks took out Aniri, but it was an amazing follow-up kill onto Bunrocks. Like, quick flick pipe. I was really impressed by Unlimited right there. But that's gonna give Wasp the cap again.
I think Unpoppable, in order to win, or to just even like take a couple of rounds, they need to change something in their tactics. Change Uber, maybe, I don't know. Because by the way of this game, they are not like... I don't think they can win.
Yeah, I think we saw a Crits play from them last week. I think that now would be the time to try. I mean, you're down 2 rounds. I'm not sure how much time's left on the map. My HUD's a little broken. But I think there's
best of 5?
So yeah, I mean they have one more round. They can lose to WASP before they can't do anything. So yeah, probably this could be their last round. Go crits, go quick fix, pull out all the stops, see what you can do. Because right now WASP took that first cap, and they did give up a little bit more time to Unpoppable.
Oh, strong side.
Uber comes out here by WASP. They're jumping in here, coordinated Uber from Lippy and Bugster. Takes out Shadowburn. Dito takes out Fuzz somewhere in the back there. Backs them off completely. They need to get on this point. Oh, sorry, they already have the point. HUD just looked a little bit different, looked gray right there to me. But Eboniter jumping in here. He just narrowly avoided a body shot from Kenzie right there. Dito going down to 6 HP as he tried to get something done back behind the lines. But Gunrox is back there too. Uber's popped on. He just buddy really around. They did take Rocks, who the overstay is welcome, but and as an Eboniter tries to jump in there, Lippy, this little air shot follows up the damage as soon as he hits the ground. They're gonna pile back in. And here's Off, and they are taking out players left. Obo with the big pick on the shot. Over for the second time.
Actually, in the previous game, WASP versus Fair Enough, Olmo was top fragging.
Looks like they did back them off enough. And again, almost dead even. I was on the clock right now, but Unpoppable. Oh god, Kenzie takes out Fuzz. That is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Gunrox took out Cherry, so heads are not going to be turned as much. It's going to be quite difficult to be up in a couple more seconds, but they got to wait till they get back to mid. Meanwhile, Eboniter, waiting to find his medic, is sitting at like 6 health, so he can't make any plays. But Shadowburn goes back, takes out Kenzie. That'll open some stuff out, because Shadowburn had been back there. It's sometimes Trox finishes him off as he tries to go for an escape. But Unpoppable are piling out at this point. The team's at 100% Uber. I expect to see one popped off by WASP any second now. And Yuri, oh god, drops Batman and Max as they go in here. It's going to be even possible, but they drop one more blade. They cannot find anyone to connect with. Finally connects with Eboniter, but they lost 3 players in that process. That is probably going to give this point.
Yeah, and Gunrock killed the near in the final like seconds of this battle. Red Minute went down.
I don't know if they can come back from that. Cherry
By the way,
backed up.
I'm very surprised that, speaking of unlocks, I'm very surprised that no Demoman uses a loose cannon, which is very viable in King of the Hill maps. It's a very good weapon.
That's a good point. I'm actually happy to see demos using the stock pipes. It's been a while.
It's the final chance for Unpoppable to just turn the tide.
It's going to be difficult. Contras popped off, some damage being put out right there. They are backing off because they could hold this for like a minute and a half, but I think looks like Trox back off right there as the Shadowburn takes it. This looks like Unpoppable could do this, but Lippy comes in just in time.Enzie's going to get on top as well, puts out some damage, takes out Fuzz. Lippy cleans up the damage on Shadowburn. Catman, was the only player on the point right there. Kenzie takes him out as well, and puts, I think, a little bit of damage out on Unlimited goes down, and that will be the round.
And that's it. 3-0.
3-0. So that was one.
Yeah, as I have predicted, 3-3 in terms of maps. So I'm a clairvoyant, you know.
You definitely knew what you were talking about, so I was glad to have you here. You had some insight on the players. Maybe not some insight on this map, but it didn't look like either team really did. It just was a giant DM fest. So is that I'm coming from the NA side. We would actually go to a third map right now. I'm guessing this is just 3-3. They called a draw?
Yeah, it's a draw.
It's a draw indeed. Thank you very much for that. Can you get the stats for me, Arjax? I want to take a look at that because Kenzie was absolutely on fire.
Kenzie was crazy like on both maps.
But
like the first map, he had enough help to just clean that up, especially from Gunrock, who just killed the near lots of the times. I can say it without even like looking into the logs. It's obvious.
Yeah, Kenzie, once again, top fragging 29 kills to Fuzz's 21, so Fuzz still doing quite a bit of work, but it seemed like Ubers were actually rotating around when those snipers were up. It was very interesting to see. Dito actually picked up a little bit more kills than Cherry that round. But looking at the scout battle, it looked pretty even. Both scouts were playing that kind of underside flank, and Shadowburn 2 less kills than Gunrox, as he has 21. Eboniter and Lippy, they were both doing a lot of damage. Like, it's about 7,500 each. But sitting around like 10 kills by an Eboniter to 20. A little uneven there. Pyro's looking about dead even, as well as the demos. A little bit more damage, like 1,000 more damage is being put by Bugster, who had some amazing pipes. Actually, Unlimited did too. This amazing flick pipe that he turned around as he was surfing away and just took out Gunrox. It was amazing. But looking at the medics here, even deaths, looks pretty even. Olba actually, yeah, 18 frags. He was doing some work with that
Yeah.
shotgun. That's kind of impressive from an NG, because we didn't see a whole lot of action from them last round. But just throwing down many sentries, cleaning up kills with a shotgun worked pretty well. And Trox, yeah, once again sitting at about half the kills of Catman, 11 to 20 there. So 2,000 less damage too. So maybe one of the weak links there, but it wasn't really a heavy dependent map. Snipers
Yeah.
doing work like they always do. And who would you say is your MVP for this?
I think the man of the match is Kenzie, obviously.
Yep.
He's just,
Yeah, obviously,
he just,
I'd say exact
just
same.
had a crazy performance on both of the maps, especially on the second one, but on the first one, obviously too. And also, I would like to emphasize Gunrox, especially on the second map.
Yeah.
He just first Uber, he just did very good. First Ubers, killed medics, Catman or just damaged him, and just forced him to just lose the position. It was just
Definitely a name to watch in this coming season. Like, he's
yeah.
really good. I've
And
been seeing more and more great scouts.
he was a merc.
Really? Oh god.
Yeah. They have forsaken us, but he didn't play today for some reason. That's why Gunrox just filled the spot and did very
Interesting.
good. Yeah, and
Well,
actually Gunrox is a multi-class player. He plays heavy in the Ukrainian national team.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
he just has a very big experience in sixes as scout. That's why he's very good in this class.
Well, I gotta say, George, thank you for joining me. You had some great insight on these players. Really helped us out on that one. And thank you to Arjax. Any shoutouts, guys?
Shout out to all the Russian-speaking players.
Absolutely. Arjax shutting out BlackOut, John. All the sponsors as well. I think Saloon.tf, Marketplace.tf, and bearing with us. I know there was a little bit of a pause there at the halftime, but done. Definitely a shorter cast than last time, and I think we're gonna have another match coming very soon on the BlackOut. Are we live on BlackOut, John? Yeah. Strong Opinions versus some other team over on BlackOut TV. So if you're looking for more Highlander action, Strong Opinions versus Hypan. That's probably going to be an interesting game. So head on over there for some more BlackOut TV action. And thank you very much, guys.
Farewell.